to do stand-up on. I'm not good enough off the cuff, folks. Gotta be honest. I'm 27, and I'm pretty glad not to be 20 years old in college anymore, because I don't know if you guys remember being in college with like boo? What is that? You're just booing college? Well, you do kind of have that, like, you look like you sell, like, recycled plastic art thing going on. You didn't go to college, did you? Yeah. No, I remember living with, the whole point of bringing up college was, I used to live with 4 total, like, 20-year-old dudes in one house. Worst living situation on the planet. I don't know if you remember being that age and just going over or being in that house with 4 20-year-old dudes, but I just remember talking to my roommates and being like, guys, does the coffee table have to be the ashtray? Does it? Can we put the bong away if the dab break's already out? Can we do that? Can we, I don't know, can we find the smell? Can we just find it? We don't have to clean it, but we should find it. I don't know what happens to a 20-year-old dude's brain when he signs a lease with 3 other 20-year-old dudes, but the second that his name hits the paper, something in his brain goes, all right, let's put a couch in the kitchen. Let's do it. That'll be our kitchen couch and we'll sit in it. I wish they would bring back MTV Cribs, but only show apartments with 4 20-year-old dudes in it. What's up? My name's Chris. This place will make you throw up. Let's check it out. Over here's our decoration area. That's a stop sign and a traffic cone. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's my boy Jake's room, and the door is closed right now because he's got a girl over and she's experiencing the worst regret of her life. So, this is our dining room table that we've never eaten at. It's only for cocaine and unopened mail. Oh, and this right here is my grandfather's Purple Heart medal that we use as a bottle opener. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. It's a decent start. Every time I go home, my dad asked me to move in. It's kind of a cute little dad thing. He loves his kids, but let me just say, I cut to a few years ago. I was moving, and I was telling him, you know what? I think 3 is the perfect number. 4 is too many. 3 is the right number of people to live with. And he starts like elbowing my mom, going, "See, honey? I'm like, what does that mean?" And my mom goes, "He's being a pervert, okay? He wants someone to move in with us so that we can have a threesome." Well, now it's weird that he asked me to move in so often. Pops? Papa? My dad, there's a generational gap between me and my dad. I like hip-hop music and he doesn't. The reason, though, that he doesn't like it is so funny to me. It's because of the language in it. Blue-collar guy from rural Michigan, can't handle cussing. So one time, just to test him, I played something for him. And sure enough, he goes, "That's the most graphic and disgusting thing I've ever heard. What is that?" I go, "Dad, that's a recording of you putting Grandma's pool cover back on." Doesn't that make Eminem sound like a lullaby, Pops? If you want to hear the most explicit rap verse of all time, just put my dad in the studio and have him build a porch. It'll get crazy. Record him backing a boat into a boat launch, and that can't be played on the radio. I spent all weekend watching golf. Yeah, exactly why. I do some sports betting. Golf is easily the lamest one that I've ever bet on, because I've literally found myself saying on the couch out loud, "Why'd I bet on Ricky? I should have bet on Rory." That does better in more diverse rooms. Ricky and Rory's a pretty white name. It's got it made me realize like every commercial at a golf tournament is for rich people, every single one. And I saw this one commercial that just further proof that rich people live in a different world. It was this commercial for a luxury car, the Genesis. Maybe you've seen it. This business guy, high-ranking executive, is on a phone, and his daughter looks up at him really cutely and goes, "Daddy, how big's the ocean?" And he goes, "That's a really good question." And he puts the phone down, they hop into Genesis, they take a really relaxing drive out to the ocean, and they get there at sunset, and that little girl knows how big the ocean is now. commercial with poor people. Single mom cleaning rooms at Motel 6. Brought her daughter with her because her sitter canceled again. For the 1,000th time, the daughter asks, "Mommy, how big's the ocean?" She goes, "Do you want to know how big the ocean is? I'll show you how big the fucking ocean is." She walks off of her shift. Is fired on the spot. Takes a very long, tense drive out to the ocean. Public beach, trash and seagulls everywhere. She says, "I hope you got a good look, because we live here now." And that little girl knows how big the ocean is. But she wishes she didn't. I gotta be honest, I wrote that this afternoon. A little darker than it sounded in my head. A little darker. I have one more thing and then I'll be done. Why are politicians allowed to be 90? Don't we make the rules? That's just the thing that we're okay. We're like, does it make you feel good that like half the Senate's first car was a horse? Does that make you feel good? That literally half of our government rode into town on a horse. That's what I forgot the name of it. That's what I call a politician moment. Sorry, I couldn't remember. It's crazy, dude. Why are we allowing people to be so old? We have an old president. It's not great, but the last guy was old too. That sucks. Nobody on his side really cared how old he was. I don't know if you know this. This guy's 80, that guy was 76. That's the same age. Too old. No 80-year-old has ever been looked at by a 76-year-old and said, "Hey, bud, do you need help finding your parents? You good? You good over there? All right, I'll spin the propeller on your head, you little scamp. You need a hard candy? You've already got one. Cool." Politicians shouldn't be allowed to be 90 when you're doing that job. But some people take this the wrong way when I do this bit, is some people think that I think the 90-year-old should be able to work. That's not what I'm saying. 90-year-olds should be able to work. What I'm saying is that I don't know, if my Uber driver was 90, it better be cheaper, you know what I mean? It better be a lot cheaper. But if you make that a permanent option, I'll pick that one every time. Every time. Like, just imagine this, if you're out at like 2 a.m. at a bar, and you need an Uber, and you're like, "Guys, an Uber is $75 right now, but, oh, check this out, there's an Uber 90 available. It's pretty cheap, it only costs listen to one story." Anybody? Alright, Arthur should be here in about an hour, he's half a mile away. Alright guys, my name is Simon, thanks everybody.
Keep going for Brian, everybody. Keep going for yourselves. All right. You never know how to start up here. It's always awkward for me. I think it's just because I'm an awkward person in general. Like, I'm especially awkward when I first start dating someone. I'm too awkward to go in for the first kiss. Thankfully, someone picked up on that fairly quick, and she was the one that went in for the first kiss, which should be great. That should take all the pressure off me, but nope, my anxiety was still there. When she went in for the kiss, right before our lips touched, I swear, what came out of my mouth was the words, "Oh boy." Yeah, I was fucking 29 at the time, but it's like I was a 10-year-old kid about to have his actual first kiss. I mean, how was I going to react when she took her clothes off? Whoa, something weird's happening in my pants. Oh boy. That was back when I was still on dating apps, and I hated dating apps. Something I really hated about them was come across people that didn't have any pictures by themselves. There's always like the same friends in every photo. So it's like first picture, blonde, brunette, second picture, same blonde, same brunette, third picture, same blonde, same brunette, and a couple of redheads. The whole time you're talking to this person, you're hoping it's the blonde because that's who you're more attracted to, not the brunette. Then you show up to the date and it's one of the redheads. nice now, though. I've been with my girlfriend for a few years, and I wish I could say that a big part of the reason she's been with me for a few years is because of amazing sex, but I take medications that make my libido, well, suck. Not only does it take me forever to finish, but it's also hard for me to keep an erection. So I guess on the positive side, I can be like, well, hey, I've got great stamina. That's right. But the negative side is more like, hope you like some soft serve dick. I mean, have you ever tried to put a not so well rolled up sleeping bag back into the bag you can't? That's what it's like. Been with my girlfriend for a few years, like I said, and she's been expecting me to propose soon. Let you guys in a little secret. Haven't even told my family yet, but I proposed yesterday. I proposed we finally try anal. Still hurts. Yeah, I proposed. She already wants to start planning the wedding, you know, and I told her a wedding is a lot like a threesome, you know? Like, both are dreamt about when you're young, when both happen, it's that special day, and for both, we hope her sister's involved. So. The joke upsets my girlfriend. Something I'll do when she gets upset is I'll sneak up behind her and I'll tickle her. It's a little something I learned from my uncle. Like how I kiss. Speaking of my uncle, I was at a party of his one time, and on the wall was a beer poster that had a woman that was dressed like Pocahontas. And she looked like my girlfriend at the time, so to get the ball rolling on sexting, I sent her a picture of the poster and a text that said, "How about you dress like this?" Problem. It went to my dad. So to try to make it seem like it wasn't a sex, I sent him another text that said, "How about you dress like this for Halloween?" He didn't fall for it. Yeah, he sent a text that said, "Was that a sex text?" I embarrassingly said no. Then I sent him a dick pic. Now it's a sex text. But yeah, back to my uncle. My uncle, he lost his foot in a lawnmower accident, and then later on he developed a foot fetish. Yeah, thank God he lost his foot and not his kids. Dark joke. Back to commitment. I have serious commitment issues, and but I have made a bit of a commitment to my girlfriend beyond the proposal. Like we bought a dog together, which is great. I love having a pet, but having a pet can also be tough, you know. Like I was with my grandma when she had to put her dog down. Like that was tough. But I was surprised at how strong she was. You know, she barely shed a tear, and she was surprised at how strong I was with a pillow. Yeah, my girlfriend hates that last joke, but every once in a while she'll actually surprise me and she'll cater to my dark humor. Like the other day, so I was driving us to dinner and we were at a stop sign waiting for this good-looking couple to cross the street. And like, now when I say good-looking, like I mean good-looking. Like they were too hot for Grand Rapids. They were so good-looking that if they asked me to join them in the bedroom, yes, I'd be excited about her. And after a couple drinks, that would be the night that I'd be vicarious. You know? That's right. Like guys used to play this game called Who Would You Go Gay For? And the typical answer is the hottest male celebrity you can think of. But for me, it would just have to be some random guy I saw downtown Grand Rapids once. But back on track. So my girlfriend, one of the nicest people
let the hot guys know behind me, hey, I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. I haven't had to do that in a very long time. But this morning, when I was getting out of the shower, I was curious. I was like, do I still got it after all these years? And then my husband walked in and was like, what are you doing? Yep. Still make the fellas confused. Like Ben, I too am an awkward person. An example. Tell me you like my shirt.
How was your shirt?
Thank you. I got it at Old Navy. It was on clearance for $5. But that was 2 years ago. If you were to go there today, they wouldn't have it. Do you like it? Take it. Take it. After the show. Ever been gaslighted from both ends? I doubt you have. I'm not finishing this joke. You wouldn't get it anyway. My name is Saxony. No, it's not sexy, despite what you think you just heard. I'm not a very sexual person. Don't get me wrong. I was a sexy baby. Now, I'm just a monster on the hill. I was born wearing a little black dress. Though. Sorry, you're all sexy babies, and it's really hard for me to stand up here. Intimidated. I just blew that last joke, so. Bring it back. All right. I came out of my mom's womb wearing a little black dress, which is probably why my favorite position in bed is fetal. Like I said, my name is Saxony. I know that sounds very fancy, but the fact is, I was named after Saxony Village condominiums. In Kentwood, Michigan. Named after condos in a just okay suburb of a slightly better city. Before I was born, my dad was commissioned to create a logo for these brand new condos. And the board took one look at his drawings and they were like, nah. So, actually, I'm named after my dad's failed work project. But one man's trash is another man's little girl. Standing up in front of you today, all grown up. I lived up to my name. Just like Saxony Village, now 40 years later, I too have made 0 updates. That means if you're going to buy into this, you get all the original carpeting and appliances. In the 6th grade, I learned about STDs from a police officer. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I grew up in a small town. And in small towns, those who can do, teach. And Officer Tim was our town's drug and STD expert. He got up in front of our class, full uniform, gun at his side, and was like, today, we're going to take a break from saying no to drugs to learning about the dangers of having sex. Ironically, Officer Tim died of syphilis later that year. Turns out, he was right. Sex kills. think chlamydia is a really pretty name for a girl. You could call her Clammy for short. There's something else that I think. I think hunched, pale, and squinty should be the new tall, dark, and handsome. Think about it. Being able to stand up straight, which none of you are doing right now, is so 1900s, right? Like, if it looks like you're spending all your time at the gym, you're probably spending all your time at the gym. That's gross. This is the 21st century. What's attractive now is someone who's hardworking, productive, and really looks like they're making their money work for them. So, I'll end on something positive. I have a friend who says, I was born on the same day as Robin Williams. I was destined to be a comedian. Well, I was born on the same day as Magic Johnson. I was destined to be HIV positive. Thank you, my name is Sexy.
I got a call from my grandmother the other day, first thing in the morning. That's not normal. My phone rings, I pick it up, I'm like, hey grandma, what's up? And right away she just goes, she doesn't say hello or nothing, it just goes, I have it, I have the money, do you still need it? And I'm like, grandma, what are you talking about? She said, the money, I have it. You called me last night and said you were in jail and you needed 10 grand to get out. So I went to the bank first thing and I got it. Do you still need it? And I said, Grandma, I was not in jail. I did not call you. I think somebody is trying to scam you. But I gotta tell you, this is a really cool way to find out my 95-year-old grandmother is a down-ass bitch. Wow. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Brandy. Fuck yeah. I got friends watching Fast and Furious movies over and over again, trying to be Vin Diesel. Meanwhile, Granny's at the bank when it opens. I need 10 grand to get my grandson out of the clink. What did he do? Doesn't matter. Make it snappy. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's so rad. So we looked into it, and that is what happened. Someone was trying to scam her out of 10 grand, and they were kind of smart. They knew my name, they knew her name, they knew the relationship. They had all that figured out. Here's where they fucked up. They called a 95-year-old woman and asked her to Venmo 10 grand. Right? Venmo, 95 years old. Her name is Evelyn. We haven't made new Evelyns in like 70 years. You're gonna throw Venmo at that? No. You may as well ask that old lady to bleep or you 500 zap bucks. She doesn't know what any of that is. She's gonna say the same thing. But I do that at the post office because I write letters with a typewriter. So then here's the next problem. Then she wanted me to explain Venmo to her. And explaining Venmo, she's like, I don't want to get scammed. Tell me how it works. And so I'm trying to explain Venmo to a 95-year-old woman who still has a flip phone. And I'm trying to like, well, Grandma, it's an app on smartphones where you can just transfer money between people. You don't have to use cash. You can just hit a button. And all of a sudden, she just responds real quick, like for sex? And I said, yeah, Grandma, let's go with that. Let's go with it's for sex. The next time you go into your assisted living cafeteria today, you tell all your friends that when they hear their grandkids say, I'll Venmo you, that means sex. And just report back. I want to hear it. Here's the problem. Like, I feel bad, though, because she's getting a little too gangster. Like, we just realized we gotta take her driver's license away. Yeah, that one's hard. Yeah, but here's what happened. She was driving to church, a nice wholesome thing. She pulls into the lot. She hits a parked car, pulls back, gets out of the car, looks at only her car, then gets back in and drives to the far side of the lot so no one can see what she did. And then she went into fucking church and prayed and shit and didn't say a word. Everyone else is like praying and singing hymns, and meanwhile she's like the book of 2 get stitches. Shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. So then, here's where she fucked up. She forgot it's 2023. There are cameras fucking everywhere. So these nice people come out of church, see their back end of their car is fucking destroyed. Go back in and they like look at the tape. Sure enough, there's my sweet 95-year-old grandma just doing a hit and run and driving away. So we confronted her about it. Her first reaction was just to go, so are you going to take my license away? We said, I think now we have to, Grandma. I think that's because that's your reaction. So then she shoots back, well, I just won't go to church anymore then. And I said, but you're getting so much out of it, clearly. You've only been going for like 85 years. It's going to kick in any time. You're going to do the good stuff. I can feel it. Well, she has a license, yes, but she cannot drive, but she's still fucking doing it. We cannot get her away. Like, she's years of gardening and Sudoku. She's got like a grip like a falcon. We cannot get her license away. It's insane. So I'm a married dude. My wife and I, in fact, next month we're gonna hit our 16th wedding anniversary together. So we've been married for 16, we dated for 5 before that. That's a long time to be with the same person in the modern era. We've been through a lot of change. We've been through like 3 Spider-Men, 2 James Bonds, a lot of stuff. Also a lot of cultural shit. Like smartphones were not a thing when we started dating. I love talking. I hang out with a lot of younger comics, and so we'll talk about what it's like to date now versus when my wife and I started. And the thing that always shocks the people in their 20s when I tell them is, I say I've never sent my wife a dick pic. Never. I've never sent her that. Now my younger friends are like, dude, that's text number 3. What are you talking about? I said, but here's the thing. I think the best time to send a dick pic is like early in the courtship when you're just getting to know each other, give a little sneak preview. If I had wanted to do that back when we started dating 21 years ago, I would have had to have gotten Walgreens involved in that process. Right? Like first you take the picture, like, oh shit, I gotta finish the roll. Scroll, snap, snap. And then you gotta walk into a place and look a human being in the eye. Like you got that can of film. You slide it across the counter and you're